Whenever somebody asks me about EcoSeal, it's about the experience you'd have because of culture-driven philosophy. That's really it. The truth of it is, it's about how much that culture shows up at every level, and you hear it from the customers that have been converted, is what I would say. That's all they talked about, was how they loved when the crews showed up to the jobs. They knew it was going to happen. And it's always on purpose.
When I talk to the people in the office, when I talk to Tony, or if you have the opportunity to spend 5 minutes and talk to Kevin, the owner, the installers, there's a culture here that's positive. You can tell they want to please, they want to do the right thing. It's not like other contractors, other vendors, where somebody shows up and they're all mopey and they're just here to just punch the clock and get it done as fast as they can get home. I mean, these people are proud. They're proud to be doing what they're doing. I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, when I look at the mission statement for EcoSeal, I think, beginning with glorifying God is ultimately why we're here on earth for, which is awesome. And seeing that reflected in EcoSeal just, wants me to work with somebody like that has the same goals and those things in mind. And then I think the ending, that all parties involved benefit from it. That's you as a subcontractor, us as a home builder, and ultimately our client that depends on the product that you deliver. And I think that reflects in the team that EcoSeal puts together, and the product, and knowing that they can stand behind that and do that, I think is a great mission statement for what you guys do.
What I see over the years is there's companies that come out with the mission statement that wasn't them. It's what they want to be, but they didn't know how to get there. I enjoyed working with companies that had a mission statement like that, and it's what you are. How do you train everyone from the top down? And unless you do that down to for EcoSeal, the person spraying that foundation wall, those values, it's not going to work. Because if they just want to get home quickly and not get the job done right, you're going to have water come in later. Okay, and that's a terrible thing. And I knew the company stands for that, and they care about their people and care about their partnerships they have. That's what I look at a trade partner is training their people working in the field, because they're the ones that make it happen. Kevin and Tony and I can do all we want to do, but if that one person on the team is out there spraying waterproofing, doesn't follow through and do what they need to do, it's not going to work. Everyone's important. Everyone's got to do their job and focus on their job and follow that mission statement that you have to make sure everyone you have in contact with is happy with the work you do and the company you're dealing with.
Companies like EcoSeal, they haven't turned their back on me. There's been a problem, because there will always be a problem somewhere down the road, right? If those contractors are willing to and happy to stand behind that and be there for me when I need them, because yeah, sure, I need them to be there to do the job initially, but I really, really need them when there's an issue, right? So standing behind that, the product, and again, I think that's where integrity, that's where that stands. So, but that means the most.
I think reflecting on what EcoSeal does with waterproofing, if I look at it with the team that goes out in the field, I mean, those guys deal with all kinds of stuff. Rain, wet, mud, cold, and all those kind of things, but to still have the attitude of getting it done. Obviously, we can't always control those things, but their attitude has to be right, and I think it reflects that with still getting the job done, no matter how much mud they're sloshing through, or how far they got to carry the board and their materials or whatever it might be. I think reflects a lot on EcoSeal and the team that they have together.
We have great products, but we can't do anything without EcoSeal, especially in my core market. And it's because I know I can rely on them to do the things they say they're going to do.
They've got everything covered. They've got the new construction side covered. If there was a problem, after the fact, they've got their own equipment. They've got enough people on staff that it's not just a fly-by-night operation. I mean, they're here to stand behind it. And that's why I'm comfortable to use them. But I think the product that they're delivering is exceptional. And again, and the people as well that are delivering that product, it really, it speaks for itself at the end of the day.
If you just show up, do what you say you're going to do, treat people with respect, kind of live the golden rule, and then are pretty good at what you do, you can separate, I think, fairly quickly from the crowd. I'd like to know that when someone touches us, they feel different. They experience something different, and ultimately it's just a way to reflect them back to God. And yet, we don't have to preach to them.